Google is apologizing today because of a serious screw-up. If you type in N-word house in Google Maps, guess what? In the search box, the White House comes up. This has ticked off a lot of people on social media. Google claims they have been hacked. Okay, I'm not really buying that one. Google says they're fixing the problem, but we checked the staff phones this morning, and guess what? It still came up. This is quite interesting. So let's talk about this with our panel. Cleo Monago, Black Men's Exchange, Lauren Victoria Burke, Managing Editor, Politic365.com, David Swertlick of the Washington Post. You at the Post now?
At the Post now, yeah.
What you doing at the Post now?
Assistant editor and Post everything.
Okay.
6 weeks in.
All right,
Yeah.
about to say when that happened. I thought you went the route. All right,
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Got a raise and everything. All right. So so here's what's interesting. All right. I'm not buying this whole deal with Google and this whole idea of they got hacked, okay? Everything with Google is based upon search algorithms.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if you've had people who have who have referenced the White House that way, and then all of a sudden with their algorithms, all of a sudden that's how it comes up. I'm just not buying we got hacked.
Yeah, it's an algorithm issue, a big time algorithm issue. Some smarty pants programmer, coder type set the algorithm for that.
No, but also, but the way a lot of these algorithms work is that it's also based upon what people reference and say.
And the frequency of it.
Yes.
Right.
And what's most frequently searched rises to the top.
And what's associated with that search.
Yes. So apparently there's been a lot of people looking for N-words at the White House.
No. I mean, I think it's an algorithm issue, and I think that it's indicative of the fact that this is what's going on in a lot of people's minds out there. Now, maybe not the majority of people, but a lot of people have too much time on their hands, and they're Googling this up, and enough people do it, and it turns up in the search. But it also shows that the White House, in my view, has still 6, 7, 8 years later, still is this repository of what people want to think about the first black president. Well, again, not the majority, but a lot of people.
But again, what I keep trying to explain to people, and I don't understand why they can't figure this out, and that is this whole idea. So, for instance, you saw Glenn Beck and these other idiots criticize the First Lady Michelle Obama for her speech at Tuskegee. Oh, I mean, he got elected. What's she talking about? It is as if because he got elected that bigotry doesn't exist, that racism doesn't exist. When the fact of the matter is, his election, all you have to do is look at the message boards. I mean, I can tell you, if I don't care what I can write about, talk about. You go there and you see the most horrendous stuff. Those are actual people. And to act like they don't exist to me is nuts.
But I don't think they're acting like they don't exist. These are bigots saying there's no bigotry. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they're trying to make what they're doing smooth and doable. So they got to keep denying that it's happening so they can keep doing it.
Well, there's no way that we can reside in a country with 300 years of racism and not have this. This is really just a reflection of our own history, obviously. So there shouldn't be any surprise on that level anytime we see this level of racism. Obviously, one of the things that we've always grappled with as a country historically is black males, and obviously the issue of a black male being in charge of the country and running the country is a very
upsetting.
It's not just that, you know, it's upsetting, it's unprecedented, obviously, in our history. So seeing this type of thing on Twitter is not, I mean, on Google, is not, and Twitter, actually, sometimes, is not surprising.
Okay, the Floyd Mayweather fight versus Manny Pacquiao. The moment the fight was over, I mean, Floyd got called more N-words to anything and this is why even that whole thug conversation that I've seen on other networks is stupid. Okay, I see Don Lemon out there defending this nonsense. No, he's stupid because he's stupid.
I agree.
Because you are trying to deny what is reality. When if you have it is no. We're going to classify you as this because you're black.
If you're an African American and you spend any amount of time on social media, you're going to be called N's and N-words.
Oh my God!
But where's the revelation here? That's what I want to know. It's like this is like it's boring and it's normal as clouds in the sky on a sunny day.
It's normal.
Well, ain't no revelation to us.
And I'm saying, I choose to be an optimist about this, at least when it comes to President Obama. Look, the majority of people who voted for the president in 2008 and 2012 were white people, right? There's a reservoir of goodwill, but there's also a reservoir,
right,
maybe not the majority, of people who just can't deal with a black person.
And look, but people walk around, and I love, they act as if the world has just totally changed. And when you talk about the majority of whites voting for President Obama, that still is, first of all, which is not.
No, a majority of the votes he got.
Votes he got, precisely.
Right.
Because a lot of folks who didn't vote.
Right.
And you still have folks out here. Now, also to Lauren's point, so let me just do this right here, y'all. Shelly, pull up my iPad. So now y'all know I don't. No, come on, pull it up. Pull it up. Thank you. Now I don't like using the N-word, but Google says they got hacked. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do it right here. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Live demonstration.
Hacked by who?
White House.
How shocking. Aren't
White
you?
House. Y'all saw me. I just typed in the N-word in house, and you just saw it come up to the White
I
House.
saw this a couple of years ago, and I can continue with my coffee.
Right. And I mean, but all these people who are hitting me on Twitter like just outraged, and I'm going, do understand, you have had individuals who have associated the White House, now that you have a black president, with the N-word. And yes, in Google's whole algorithm, it creates this sort of deal, and this is what comes up. The same thing, you know, Rick Santorum got called so many all kind of things by gay folks, and so when you typed in Rick Santorum, something
The Dan
came,
Savage thing,
right? All that came up. Well, that was because based upon how people search, and so Google, stop trying to play the game you've been hacked. No, just own up to the fact that we have people who have associated the N-word with the White House, and that's simply what this is.
Right.
It's like, let's stop just try dancing around it.
Yeah, exactly. You would think they would have just said that.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier to do that.
just go ahead and say it. All right, going to a break right now. Also, and y'all, I did not overlook the fact that Cleo actually has a real shirt on. Yeah, I noticed that, Cleo. Because normally, y'all, Cleo, I look at you, the bandit collar. You thought I was going to miss that, huh? I see you. All right, we come back. We're going to talk about this trial out of L.A. Black